This video, I feel like I definitely can speak on this because I am a member. I'm an FBA. I'm a foundational Black American. My parents are, both sides come from the Carolinas. There's no Caribbean, Jamaican, Haitian, none of that in my family. I asked my dad when we used to talk, why do you call yourself African American and you don't know nobody in our family from Africa? Now, I don't call myself two continents like the Hebrew Israelites. I don't call myself African and American. I like to put a question mark on my identity because I don't identify. When you hear the word American, type that in your Google search and a picture of me is not going to come up. Type in African. Something akin to me may come up, but I am not African like Akon or Godfrey the comedian. I don't know anybody in my family from Africa. And you guys know I'm a fan of the Hidden Colors series. Tariq Nasheed produced an outstanding job for all 5 Hidden Colors. The whole trilogy gets a 10 out of 10. Now, I'm not going to watch Buck Breaking because I cannot stomach the anal rape of another man. I cannot watch anything like that on my phone, TV, whatever. But in spite of being a fan, because I wrote on my community wall with my opinion on reparations, like how should we give reparations? Should it be through cash? Should it be through strained bean casserole? Should it be through white women? Or should we build the community, the Black community, where it's livable, where we can live on the same block as our neighbor and not have to worry about people getting robbed? Because at the end of the day, money is not going to change the issues that go on. You can give people as much money as possible, but that won't change the fact that the dropout rate is still high. The illiteracy rate is still high. Teenage pregnancy is still high in the Black community. If they would pass laws that can amend a lot of the issues that I talk about, I would appreciate that a lot more. Because if you just give people money and they don't know nothing about money managing, they just spend it and they gave it back to the same people that they claim are bringing them down. What's the purpose of it? You're just making them rich. I told you how the Million Man March was just a march to put money in white people's pockets. Reparations, if we get them, will be the same thing. I mean, one out of every Black person is going to say when they get money what they're going to spend it on, what they're going to spend it with, who they're going to give it to. I mean, I think if we get money, it should be a restriction on how we spend it, as in you can't spend this money on non-Black businesses. That's how I think that should be a rule. Because what is the purpose of getting money and you're not giving it to, you're not making other Black people wealthy? You know? Because I don't care about reparations, honestly. I work for everything I have. I'm trying to work on just making money easier in the future for myself one day. And y'all know, like I said, I appreciate Tariq Nasheed's, his movies, his podcasts, his live streams. I like a lot of the work that he does, but to be honest, just to be real honest, this whole FBA rally for reparations, you know what this sort of sounds like to me? It reminds me of this comedian I was listening to. I forgot what they were complaining about, but I think it was it had to be like the early 2000s. Y'all know when Trump was elected president, everybody was freaking out. They were like, oh, Trump's in office now. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? And this one guy was like, I don't know about y'all, but I live with my mama. I don't care what happens. That's what reminds me a little bit in Tariq. I don't think he really cares about reparations if he's already a millionaire. I don't think he really cares about $250,000. I mean, he can just get that money from his supporters within 24 hours. I don't think Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, Kevin Hart, Whoopi Goldberg, nothing but a bunch of coons. I don't think they're worried about reparations. And just a little news flash, I don't think they're going to give them out, to be honest. People talk about how slavery was bad and how this wasn't right. That white woman, Elliot Jane, something like that, the woman who was always giving these little seminars on how whites are racist and how they need to be more sympathetic towards blacks. She was like an anti-racist activist. She came out against reparations. So, you know, I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't really care. But just a little poll for you. How do you think the money should be given? Should we get our money in cash forms? Should we get our money through white women, white escorts, or not for me, but like white transgendered prostitutes and white straight male escorts, or string bean casserole? Or should we just make it where our reparations are laws, where we make it illegal to have children out of wedlock? We make it where you can't be out in cities like Chicago, Philly, New York, in a black area with a lot of crime. You can't be just out late after 10 o'clock. It should be like a curfew in effect at that time. They need to pass legislations where we change the community where it's livable, like Beverly Hills. I was telling somebody, instead of giving people money. Because like I said, money is not going to really change issues, at least for some people, because I feel like this. If they give out reparations, I feel like mysteriously everything was going to go up in price. As in, oh, that milk yesterday was $3. Oh, now it's $7. Tough luck, nigga. That's what they'll just tell you. But I'm in this video.